Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Day of Data Hacking STEM session. My name is Ankur Anand, and I'm a PM on the Hacking STEM team.
And I'm Sharon Grimshaw. I'm a program manager on the Excel team.
We thought of giving you a quick overview of what is Hacking STEM before we share these amazing resources around Day of Data to help you bring what is data and what is data visualization into your classroom. We started Hacking STEM almost 4.5 years ago to prepare students for future jobs. You know, jobs of the future will not be what jobs of today are, and these will require skills like computational thinking, problem solving, collaboration, communication, and data analysis. So from get-go, the focus on Hacking STEM has been to build these future skills for current students. And our ambition has been to modernize STEM education to enable every student on the planet to achieve more. And those two keywords, modernize and every student, are really close to our heart. The way we are trying to modernize STEM education is not by changing what teachers are doing, but actually complementing what they're doing in the classroom by bringing hands-on project-based curriculum and adding those to current curriculum. So for example, if students are learning earthquakes, they still learn earthquakes, but now they do that in a hands-on way. So rather than just by learning by listening, now they're learning by doing. And by doing that, we are adding 4 21st century technical skills to the current curriculum. And those 4 skills are mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, software engineering, and data science. And Microsoft Excel becomes a tool for celebrating and bringing data science elements to life. The way we are trying to reach every student is by reducing or removing economic barriers to STEM education. STEM education is getting really expensive really quick. So our goal was to use objects that are inexpensive, things that are accessible, things that are affordable and available across the globe that might be available in your pantry or the local grocery store. By doing that, we reduce the cost and the goal is to democratize STEM education. This is one of the examples of the Hacking STEM project. It's called Building Machines That Emulate Humans. In this project, students are building a robotic hand, a physical robotic hand, out of some scrap cardboard and boba straws or milkshake straws. And then they build a sensor glove out of a cereal box and some Velostat copper tape and a solid core wire. When they're able to connect their glove to this robotic hand, not only are they controlling the movement of the robotic hand, but they also get to experience and stream real-time data in Excel and visualize that data. So Excel has been a tool for analyzing historic data or past data. Our team developed an add-in called Data Streamer that enables real-time streaming visualization of data in Excel. What that does is that students are now using this data to troubleshoot their build. They're also using this data, for example, in this project, to understand how their hand interacts with the physical world. They are holding objects of different shapes and sizes and performing different tasks to see what part of the hand comes into play while doing a specific task. For the past 4 years, we have been developing these customized Excel workbooks to stream real-time data in Excel to support the engineering process. On the top left, you see a Hacking STEM robotic hand workbook that I just show you. In the top middle, it's the Shark workbook that we developed with the BBC Oceans team. And on the top right, you see the workbook that we developed with the Mattel Hot Wheels team, in which when you sensorize your Hot Wheel, the iconic orange Hot Wheels track, you're able to race your car and get real-time data around potential energy, kinetic energy, velocity, force, and what have you. For the past few years of Hacking STEM, our biggest finding has been that while students have no problem doing this, they have a growth mindset, they're not afraid to fail, and they are digital natives, it's actually the educators that need most help. And you know, we have huge respect for educators. Both my parents were educators, and what we want to recognize is that especially the educators who have been in the classroom for 10, 20, 30 years, they never got trained to bring hands-on STEM and CS in the classroom. But with the changing of standards, with the adoption and adaptation to new standards, now they're being expected to do that, which is almost unfair. So we started developing hands-on project-based professional development camps, these pop-up classrooms, to develop teacher confidence and competence and help them bring these modern tools, modern curriculum in the classroom. We also help them develop a professional learning community on LinkedIn. We have, implemented and delivered these camps around the world and created a network of educators who are now sharing these insights on how they're doing what they're doing in the classroom. And along the way, we have developed this portfolio of lesson plans that are free. All of them are available at aka.ms/hackingstem, and they range from BBC lesson plans to the Lego education lesson plan. All these lesson plans are also interdisciplinary. What that means is that They bring the science, technology, engineering, and math all together. They're all free. They are written by teachers for teachers, and they are standard aligned. All of them are aligned to the NGSS, the Next Generation Science Standards, and the ISTE standards. And all of them have maker activities, hands-on activities that bring those scientific phenomena to life, and the customized Excel workbooks to support the real-time streaming and visualization of data. We also published shopping lists so that you can buy these materials from your local stores or Amazon or whatever resources you want to leverage. We also have partners like Carolina Biological Supply Company who are able to provide you kits that are ready-made and plug and play and help you bring those into the classroom. And the last thing, we also provide microcontroller code. All these projects work with both Arduino and microbits. And the reason why we provide code is because we don't want coding to be a prerequisite to be able to do these projects. We want to celebrate coding, we support coding, and we believe coding is a superpower that everyone must have, but we don't want it to be a prerequisite for students and teachers to be able to bring these amazing projects in the classroom. So the last 5 years, we've had the honor of partnering with these amazing organizations like BBC Learning and Mattel Hot Wheels, and most recently with NASA's STEM on Station team. With NASA's STEM on Station team, we developed a series of lesson plans that are all Hacking STEM flavored. What that means is that all of them have hands-on projects, all of them have projects that use inexpensive everyday materials, and all these projects, once you build them, stream real-time data in Excel. One of the biggest feedbacks that we have received post-COVID is that while Hacking STEM projects are amazing and require inexpensive everyday materials, it's really hard to deal with materials when students are working from home and teachers are teaching remotely. So the request has been to develop some remote learning enabled online lesson plans that celebrate the scientific phenomena, but are available and can be taught without materials. And that's how this idea of Day of Data came into being. Let me start by quickly sharing an overview of Day of Data with an overview video, and then we can dive deep into the resources.
Data is all around us. When we learn to read data, understand data, and get insights from data, we can solve complex problems and answer tough questions. While sometimes the answers to the problems we are trying to solve are hidden, when we learn how to read data and interpret data, we can spot patterns, and this can help us get insights. Powerful tools like Excel empower us to organize, visualize, and analyze data. We can uncover insights and use them to make smart decisions. Using data helps us achieve amazing things. NASA makes strides in space exploration every day by relying on testing and using experimental data. Each piece of data might seem unimportant on its own, but together they make up the foundation of what drives us to the stars. Experience real NASA data with these free interactive activities to inspire our next generation of space explorers. And don't forget to engage in the activity to send your postcard to space, brought to you by our friends from Club for the Future. Join us in celebrating 20 years of humans living and working aboard the International Space Station. Celebrate your Day of Data today.
Thanks for that inspiring story, Ankur, as to how Hacking STEM came to be. Now let's dive into the Day of Data program itself with NASA and Hacking STEM. There are 3 different ways to engage, and we'll walk you through them so that you can take advantage of these resources. You can find all resources for free at aka.ms/dayofdata. The first way to get involved is by using resources from the Microsoft Educator Center. We have 2 standards-aligned lesson plans where you and your students can engage with workbooks to get an introduction to data and an introduction to data visualization. Again, visit aka.ms/dayofdata to take advantage. The second way is to attend free virtual space data camps put on by our Microsoft Stores teams. These are guided experiences where you and your students can join a classroom experience with a Stores representative where they'll walk you through all of the different activities that we have for the Day of Data program. At the completion of your space data camp, you'll get a certificate of completion celebrating all of the activities and learnings that you've gotten throughout the day. The final way is to listen to an astronaut. We have 3 on-demand conversations with astronauts and rocket scientists that your students and you can take advantage of. We have students who are asking live questions to each of the astronauts, and the astronauts are responding so that we're really getting an education flavor to space and data. Now let's dive into a live demo of the workbooks themselves. Now we're looking at the Microsoft Educator Center page for the Day of Data program. As we can see, on this program, we have all of the collection of resources that you can take advantage of to bring space to life in your classroom. Let's scroll down to the two different stages of curated workbooks that we have, the Introduction to Data and the Introduction to Data Visualization. And let's dive into the Excel workbook. This is the first stage, how astronauts organize data. The first thing that we do in the workbook is explain to your students how to actually take advantage of all the content. Throughout the exercise, the students will see these drop-downs, which take them through the different lessons. We have 4 learning objectives as we go through this workbook. The first is the different types of data. We have 3 different types that we dive into here. The first, images, second, text, and third, numbers. On this page, we show that data has many different types and that a student can take advantage and learn all of the different types by working through the lesson. Then at the end, we learn that data can be grouped by the different types so that the data itself makes more sense. Then, on the next tab, we have the place where the students can show their understanding of what they've learned. The second learning objective is to understand how data can be organized and sorted into tables. Building on the first lesson, data can be messy, where even if we have it grouped into different types, we still don't have a relationship between the different types. It's only as we start to organize it into different rows and columns that we see the relationships between the different data. We then end by organizing the data into a table so that you can see the relationship between the spaceships and the different types of data. Again, we look and make sure that the students can show their understanding by answering questions by sorting the different data in the table. Our third learning objective is to experience how data can be visualized with a chart to gain valuable insights. So this is where we're really starting to introduce students to charts. Students will learn the different parts of charts, including plot area, chart title, and axis title, and then end by sorting the actual data in their tables and seeing how the charts show a really clean visualization so that they can answer questions. They'll end with the final 3 questions to earn their Space Data Badge. The final part that we have as an objective is a reflection for the students to show us what they've learned across the board. There are 2 different options for this. The first is a journal that's built into the workbook itself, and the second is an option using Microsoft Flipgrid, which is a way for students to record short videos in answer to prompts by astronauts and teachers. Here, we can see that there's a question off of each of the different tabs and lessons that we've gone through. For example, on the first tab, we learned about different types of data, but now we're making it concrete for the students so that they can share a personal experience and provide an example of each type of data from their own life. As you can see, we have a great set of data and resources on the Microsoft Educator Center for you to take advantage of. We'd love you to try out those resources and let us know what you think. Again, visit all of those at aka.ms/dayofdata. On behalf of the Excel and Hacking STEM teams and all of our partners internally and externally who have helped to make this program a success, thank you.